Howdy y'all.
Hi guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From RNA Music.
That's right.
Hit myself in the face with an aglet in my eye. Your favorite mom and pop music lesson studio and guitar shop deep in Arlington, Texas. That's where we're at right now. It's Saturday. It's Ask RNA time. Let's answer questions.
Yeah. Awesome.
So excited.
Yep.
Welcome back. If you're new here, we have a little music lesson studio and guitar shop in a small town in East Texas.
That's right.
And we make YouTube videos about stuff and things. And one of those is answering questions from people all over the world.
Yay, people
So exciting.
all over the world.
This is episode 366
Yeah.
of Angela and
Is it
I.
366 or 367?
Last week's was 365, so
Oh, okay.
unless I did my math wrong. The last
Okay.
one we did was live and it was 365.
Okay.
So it's 366. We're just a couple of days late.
That's what it is.
And we're gonna answer y'all's questions right now. If you want some swaggity swag, some RNA Music swag, you can go to the link down in the description of this video. Get you an RNA Music t-shirt or a hoodie because it's hoodie
That
weather.
time of the year.
It's hoodie time unless you're in Australia. Get you some socks. I should put the La La Rocks pics up on there.
You should.
La La Rocks. If you want an RNA Music pic or a La La Rocks pics, let me know. All right, anyways, let's get to the questions.
Let's get to this.
First question, Matt Hajaz says, hey Ryan, hashtag RNA question. What's your thoughts on electronic drum kits and do you have one? Thanks, hashtag more questions. I do not have an electronic drum set,
No.
drum kit. I used to kind of hate them because I had played at a church a while back. We had a nice drum kit. It was a Roland V drum set, which is like $2,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what kind of real drum set we could have got for $2,000? I
Yeah.
mean, y'all.
Right.
But the problem with that was we were at the mercy of the sound man.
Yeah.
So I had a $2,000 drum set and a little bitty monitor about this big on a stand pointing at my face. And that was the only monitoring I got. And so it's, when I had to play, I played the guitar most of the time, but occasionally I had to play the drums.
Yeah.
When I'm playing the drums, the only time this ever happened to me was on electronic kits. Like halfway through the second song, I'm like, why does my elbow hurt? I was getting like shocks from my wrist. What I realized was because I couldn't hear myself very good, your natural instinct is to start hitting harder.
Right.
Because the harder you hit the drum, the louder it is. Except with electronic drums, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
And because my monitor was crap and I couldn't really hear myself, my body subconsciously starts like just slamming the drum pads. And it was horrible.
Yeah.
So I did not enjoy that at all. That was dumb.
Yeah.
Nowadays though, you can get some pretty nice electronic drum kits for not $2,000. I mean, under $1,000, sometimes in that 500 price point, you can find drum heads with drum kits with mesh heads. Like I mean, technology's come a long ways.
Yeah, it has.
And I can see the benefit of them, particularly for practicing at home. You don't want to disturb your neighbors or your wife or your parents
Yeah.
or whoever. So they're an amazing practice tool for sure. And I went to see our students, you know, Luke and Jack, their band. They were playing at this little place. I was looking for the drums, and like they had an electronic drum kit.
Oh, nice.
So the drummer was playing an electronic drum kit at this gig.
Yeah.
And it was coming through the PA. It sounded great.
Nice.
The drums were like, bro, I can hear the drums perfectly. There was no problems. I thought that's the first time I've ever seen a band gig with electronic drums. And it sounded really good. I was quite shocked, actually. So, I alluded in a live stream that I did last night about some new brands, or a new brand we might be bringing to RNA Music.
Right.
That one of their options is some electronic kits. And I'm pretty excited about that because obviously with a lot of students,
Yeah.
parents are looking for drums. They don't want to spend a bazillion dollars. They're also like, I don't want to hear that
Right.
all the time. So I think they have their place for sure, especially for learning and practicing. But you actually could gig with one, honestly, because they have to run the drums through the PA system anyways.
Right.
So I used to hate them. Now I do not hate them. And in fact, we may get some here at RNA Music. You would love it if the practice room had electronic kits, wouldn't you?
That would be nice. Yeah. I mean, either way, it honestly doesn't matter.
You don't think you think it would be just as loud during drum lessons in your room if we had
No, I
electronic
mean,
kits?
it just like, I'm so used to it now that it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't bother you?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother you when I'm doing
No.
drum set lessons?
No.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Great question. Next question. Paul Fuchs, who I thought was from Fuchs Amplifiers.
Oh.
But he told me last night he's not from Fuchs Amplifiers.
Okay.
But he is one of many Pauls that we own. We know. We don't own any Pauls. Pauls. And they're broke out a little bit of a back and forth between the Johns and the Pauls.
Oh goodness, the feuding Johns and Pauls.
The Johns and Pauls.
It's like the Beatles.
Right. The Hatfields and the McCoys.
Yeah.
Who's better, Pauls or Johns?
About the same.
Paul's gonna be so sad. You said that. All right. Who do our students consider guitar legends? Eddie Van Halen, Hendrix, Jimmy Page, etc. Relevant to the youngsters? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Do you have any of your beginner students ask about?
No. Never.
You know, it's funny. It's like half of them. I'm like, what kind of music do you like? What do you like to listen to? Like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just want to play the guitar because I think it'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. I'm like, so do you have any favorite songs? No. So you don't listen to any music? So no, they don't really. Then they've never mentioned, you know, Eddie Van Halen or Hendrix or I don't even know if they would know who Jimmy Page is. You know.
Yeah. Is it
You know.
an age thing though?
I think it is, and it depends on the age of their parents or grandparents and how involved their parents or grandparents were in music, and you know, you just don't see that a lot with the kids that sign up for lessons. Not all the time.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a fair amount of time that they don't like. I don't know. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what kind of music do you like? Can I find a song that's relevant to them that I can teach them?
Like,
it's
ooh,
easy.
I want to learn XYZ.
Not YYZ.
Yeah.
But I think with the younger kids, that's the option. As they get a little bit older, like 13, 14, 15, sometimes they tend to know, like, I want to learn this song.
Yeah. I think it depends on what video game or movie they've been exposed to the person who's singing it.
Yeah.
You know, they do this blind react to Can You Name the Artist on those shows where it's like a panel, you know, like they're sitting side by side to each other and they're having this earbud. And this guy, he was probably 30 years old, like right at 30, excuse me. And the lady sitting next to him was probably our age, you know, in her mid to late 40s. And the first person that comes up is Bohemian Rhapsody. The first band was not, I know that's not the name of the band. The song played was Bohemian Rhapsody and he had to name the band.
Oh, right.
And so he was like, I don't know this. And she looked at him like, okay. She goes, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And then the next song was like, I think it was a Led Zeppelin song. It was Stairway to Heaven or something like that. And he was like,
I don't know.
I don't know that. I mean, I think it sounds familiar from some. And then the last song, it was something very generic. And he said, oh yeah, I know this. I know this. And she goes, okay, good. You know, but it wasn't like anything that was like.
Good.
Yeah. It wasn't like something I was like, oh, well, obviously you would know this. He didn't know who like Elton John was. He didn't know like any of them. She was like, how is this? What's wrong with you? And the only reason why he knew this other song, what was it? I can't even think of it. It doesn't matter. Anyways, was because of a movie that he watched. He was like, oh, I know this because of that one scene in that movie they played in the background. And it's really cool. It wasn't because he actually knew the artist.
Song. It was because how it was used in media.
Yes, exactly. So, and that's where a lot of kids are getting their music, especially with legends like that. If it's not in something that they are seeing every single day, they're not going to be exposed to it.
I had a conversation with a student today who's, you know, like, she's pretty new. She's like on like her 4th lesson. I was talking to her mom. Now she knows. And yeah.
Okay.
Allergies. Allergies getting you.
Yeah.
She was, we were working on something. She started playing the vocal melody to Zombie by the Cranberries.
Okay.
Like I was pulling up a lesson to print for her and I was like, hey, what are you playing? She's like, it's Zombie by the Cranberries. I was like, yeah, it is. That's the vocal line though.
Yeah.
That's not the guitar part. That's she'd worked out the notes that
yeah.
It was really like the bass line.
Oh.
Kind of. She had worked out on the guitar. I was like, well, that's not the guitar part, but that's really easy. So she knew that.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you because actually Cranberry is super easy to play. 4 chords, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Easy to play.
Yeah.
And I said that's like a grade 1 song, like super simple, not like like Master of Puppets. She's like, oh yeah, Master of Puppets. So she knew what it was.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh. She's like, oh yeah, you see that thing on Stranger Things? But I was like, oh, is that where you saw it? She's like, no. My dad plays it in the truck all the time.
Okay.
Like when she was little.
See?
I mean, she's 13, but when she was
still,
a kid, her dad
exposed her to
played, so she knew who Metallica was because her dad was always playing in the car. So I had a nice conversation with her mom afterwards. We were talking. I said, you know, it's really funny because I do get a fair amount of students who are coming like, hey, do you know how to play that Sandman song? It's like Inner Sandman. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Let's go
Mr. Sandman.
now. Mr. Sandman. No, exit life. Not that Sandman.
Well, wouldn't it be cool if you kind of lay that over it? Like,
I'm sure someone has.
That'd be awesome.
Or they'll come in. I've had several like 12-year-old girls be like, can you teach me to play Stairway to Heaven? I'm like, yes, right, we're going now. Let's do this. And of course, one of them was like, it's my grandma's favorite song.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh crap. All right, well.
Well, that would be that generation.
And I do have a fair. We talked about literally today that kids don't come in and ask to learn. I was like, I don't even know what are there any current epic legend guitar heroes? And I think the answer is no.
No, they're not.
Because kids aren't coming in like, hey, can you teach me this Arctic Monkeys song? I mean, once somebody's like, hey, this is Arctic Monkeys song. Can you show me the part? And I said, I don't think there are any current guitar heroes, like not of the status of like Van Halen.
Because there was
Hendrix, Clapton.
That shell has already been broken.
Yeah.
That it's already been broken. There's no finding another, priceless egg somewhere that's going to expose us to something that we haven't been exposed to
it's
already.
Like, who was the last Beethoven? Who cares? There was Beethoven.
Right. And there's been so many other very, phenomenal composers and pianists in their own right, but really they got their inspiration from Beethoven.
Yeah. Or Mozart.
So that egg was already cracked. It's already there.
Yeah.
So everybody's just kind of picking their own pieces and their own interpretation of what they've seen inside that egg.
Right. Now, amongst guitar players, because I said to the mom, I was like, I don't know, the current guitar stuff, like there are currently some amazing guitar players out there doing rock. This Periphery, she's like, yeah. Because the mom, and even the mom knew who Periphery was.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but they're not. I'm like, yeah, but they're not. They're kind of niche.
Right.
They're not. Periphery is not freaking Metallica, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin. Nirvana broke the world. Like when Nirvana came out,
that was another egg.
It broke everything.
Yes, but that was another priceless. Now it's like every single genre is just a mixture of the genres that they have, and even Nirvana was, but still, it was such a weird, crazy interpretation.
Cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
So I do have students ask to learn, like I was telling this mom who asked to learn Metallica, asked to learn AC/DC, asked to learn Led Zeppelin, asked to learn Black Sabbath, asked to learn Nirvana, asked to learn stuff that I learned when I was 12 and 13, at 1990, 89, 90, 91, the things that I was learning when they were brand new.
Right.
It's what kids today want to learn. That's what I'm asked mostly about. But I think it's because those songs, all those cliche songs, Stairway to Heaven, Back in Black, Inner Sandman, Smells Like Teen Spirit, all these sort of things that have been co-opted into our culture.
Right.
They're in TV commercials and Cadillac commercials and when you go to a football game, they were playing
Yes.
AC/DC or, you know.
Yeah.
But none of them were like, man, I love Van Halen. Can you teach me all the Van Halen songs? Like, no.
No one's
Unfortunately. So it's a really weird time. And I was telling the mom today, I was like, you know what's funny? Because we do have these like 12, 13-year-old kids right now who are interested in these classic, amazing songs.
Right.
And I'm thinking, well, maybe 10 years from now, in 2032, these kids who are discovering this amazing music from the 80s and 90s, maybe they're going to come out with something that's finally like, what is this?
Right.
So the answer is, I don't know. I don't think any of them consider anybody like legendary status the way we kind of did. I was like, maybe John Mayer. And the mom looked at me, she's like, ah. I'm like, I know, I freaking hate him.
Yeah,
I absolutely hate John Mayer.
Ever asked us to play a John Mayer song.
Never.
Never once.
Never had a kid like, hey, can you teach me this John Mayer song? Never had him ask, thank God.
Nope.
Because I hate him.
Yeah, you do not hate him.
I don't.
That.
I don't hate him. I don't like him as a person.
Yes. Well,
he's a great guitar player, but I don't like him as a person. I don't like his songs.
Moving on.
Moving on. Next question. Mr. Wilson with a P base. Hey guys, what is Paul's current home address? Question mark. LOL. I don't even know. I don't even know what his address is.
I don't even know.
I know where his house is.
Yeah.
I can drive to his house.
Yeah.
But I don't even know the name of the street he lives on.
Yeah. No.
I just know where he lives. However, if anybody wants to send fan mail to the Bitter Bass Man, just send it to RNA Music.
To our P.O. box, and we'll deliver.
P.O. box, you know, RNA Music, ship it to RNA Music, and we'll deliver the Bitter Bass Man's fan mail for him.
There you go.
Bitter Bass Man, care of RNA Music.
Yes.
Whatever. We'll send it to him. All right. Yeah. All right, next question. Leo Go Live. Ryan, what say you? A-Team, Knight Rider, or Airwolf?
Ooh.
Angela, what say you? Knitting, ukulele, or singing? If you don't want to pick one, you can rank them if you like. Hashtag chili time.
Nice. Nice.
Ooh, good question. All right, Lala. I was gonna say Lala, go first.
Crocheting, not knitting.
Two different things. Crochet.
Probably crochet.
You'd rather crochet than sing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, all day long. Yes, for sure. And then if I had to rank it, crochet, ukulele, singing. So I would crochet. You rank it. They asked. I'm not gonna lie.
Why is that? Elaborate. Why did you rank them that way?
Well, crocheting is very comforting for me. When
it's like just mentally soothing.
Yes.
Helps you relax.
And I don't know what it is. It's just this weird thing, like I'm creating something out of nothing, and it's just really cool to see it
physical
actually form in your hand. You saw a picture of it, and then it's like, here it is. You know,
I have.
It is the weirdest feeling to make something like that. And the ukulele is kind of the same thing. It's just this inanimate object, and then I pick it up, and I can actually hear things that, like, I can play Rainbow Connection, and I can play, you know, songs. But I've been singing all my life, and I hear my voice all the time. So it's like, kind of like, yeah. And I'm not a fan of my own voice anyway, so it's not.
I'm a fan.
You know, so that's like lower down on the.
Okay.
You know?
I understand that. I get that. So it's like me and drumming.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather play guitar than drumming. It's like, but you were a drummer first and longer. I'm like, yeah.
But it's just something about whenever you find something that is just like, oh, this is really cool that I'm able to do this.
That's a baby Texasaurus.
Yes, it is.
So mad at him.
And so that's how I think of it, you know. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Shock and awe. A-Team, Knight Rider, Airwolf. Easily. What do you think I'm going to say?
Airwolf first. Airwolf.
You are correct.
Yes.
You know me so well after all these years.
I don't think you're a big fan of Knight Rider.
I mean,
you liked it, but you're not like, oh my gosh, I love
David
Knight Rider.
Hasselhoff.
I need to have Kit, you know, like. But Airwolf was like, we both were like, we loved Airwolf. It was just that.
Man.
The theme song was awesome.
It was the best. I think the problem
really good.
Was A-Team. I like the A-Team.
Yeah, but it was just too funny.
I love the A-Team. I did. And I watched all the episodes and I watched Knight Rider.
Who didn't? Yeah.
But I would say like A-Team was kind of goofy. I mean, there was action, but it was goofy.
It was always goofy.
And then Knight Rider was less goofy, but it was kind of
it was still
cheesy.
A little kitschy.
It was cheesy.
Yeah.
Right? Airwolf was like more serious.
Yeah. It was like a military.
Yeah, it was like they weren't joking around or being quite as cheesy.
Right.
And it had the superior theme song.
Yes, it was pretty awesome.
Maybe. A-Team.
Dun, dun, dun.
I've never learned to play the Airwolf theme song on guitar. I have learned to play the A-Team riff on guitar. So. Yeah. But I gotta.
And Knight Rider's just like.
For sure, Airwolf.
Almost like Inspector Gadget.
Hands down, Airwolf. And if I had to rank them, Airwolf, A-Team, Knight Rider.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Great question, Leo. Go live. I really liked that question. I saw it when you left it. I was like, yes! I like this question. Now it's time for comment of the day.
Comment of the day.
Right, get to sing.
Comment of the day.
You're singing right now.
Make a comment, read the comment. Comment of the day.
Comment of the day time. This is where we write a song and Angela has to sing and not crochet for you on camera.
Man.
On camera crocheting would probably be kind of boring.
Yes, it would.
It would not be that exciting.
That's a thing.
But we picked a comment from last week's video, which was live. And we're going to write a song on the spot. And you're going to make up a vocal melody. And I'm going to make up a chord progression, hopefully.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Let's see.
Just fun guitar.
Am I loud enough? We do that again.
Just fun guitar. Sorry I missed this one, guys. Time zone is a challenge for the lives. That's it. Just fun guitar.
Yay! Nice. I did change it on you in the middle of it.
Yeah,
but
you
it was
did
like,
love it.
It was like intro, but then the verse actually starts.
Yeah, you
But
kind
I
of built.
knew that the D chord would work.
Yes.
I knew the D chord would work. All right.
Good.
Now, comment of the day, just fun guitar. Sorry I missed this one, guys. Time zone is a challenge for the lives.
Yes.
Live streams. We've been doing a little bit more live streaming, but you know, most of the time when I do it, I have to do it after we finish work.
Yeah.
Like we don't get done working at RNA Music until about 7:30 p.m. Texas time.
Yeah.
So that's like 1 a.m. in England.
Yeah, that's
1:30 a.m. in the Englandshire.
That's a big difference.
So yeah, I mean, we would have to go live earlier in the day to let all of our UK brethren and European brothers and sisters to tune in. So
Yeah.
sorry about that. I really,
Sorry,
you know,
Chris.
I have to do like, we have to do like noon on a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
Or 3 o'clock on a Saturday live to like
To make
catch
it.
most people's live stuff. All right. Yeah. Well, sorry about that. Sorry. I'm sorry. We'll try to figure that out sometime. Thank you for the comment and thank you for watching the replay.
That's right.
If you can't catch the live, you guys and girls watch the replay and really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And now, final question.
Hooray!
This was the only question until like yesterday when I was on live. I was like, hey
Yes.
guys, go ask some questions. So
Yes.
there was only one question up until yesterday, and here it is. Fat philosopher, all the way from Japan. I don't know the time zone difference
That was
to
quite
Japan. It's quite extensive. It's quite extensive. Like to Australia, it's quite extensive time zone. Hashtag sushi time. That's not the right hashtag, Fat philosopher. It says Total Guitar Magazine just named the Chapman ML2 as 2022's Best Buy Award. Would you ever give Chapman a second chance now that they seem to have their house in order? All right, Quick and easy answer. No.
No.
No. Not
No,
gonna
no.
happen. Not even close. Big John knew the answer to this.
Yes.
Big John's like, nah.
Yeah.
Nara.
No.
Nara.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No. That's a big old can of nope
that's
right
it.
there.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So
I do not want to elaborate any further on that.
no.
I
We're
could, but I
we're gonna
won't.
be adults, and we're gonna adult this and keep moving on. Moving
I'm
forward.
going to take the high road.
We ain't gonna be petty.
Not today, but when I have a live stream with Ike, maybe we'll be petty. Maybe me and Ike will be petty about it. But Angela and I...
Petty with Ike.
Pettiness with Ike from Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado. Oh, man, because so many people don't know.
Yes.
So many people don't know what the truth is.
That was a long time ago, though.
It was. Ike has moved on successfully.
Yes.
I'm
so
still
are we.
I'm still traumatized emotionally.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
No. Stop that.
I'm not. No.
Yeah.
And that was the final question. Thank you, Fat Philosopher, for kind of being the first person to ask a real question from the
Right.
live. He's
Yes.
always on it as the first person to ask a real question.
Yeah. 'Cause
So his
he's,
questions,
You know,
yeah.
him and Walking.
Walking Dead 1369, noticeably absent from today's questions.
We missed you, bud.
Walking Dead. And, Just Fine Guitar generally has a question. Captain
Yeah.
Reliable.
Yeah. I
Comment
like that
today.
when y'all comment as you go. So.
Yeah. Y'all are watching it and commenting as you go. So thank you guys so much. That was episode 366 of Ask RNA. If you watched this entire thing all the way through, beginning to end, secret hashtag of the day, you type that with your question down below. Type it as an individual comment. Type it as part of your other comment. And we'll know that you watched the whole thing. And everybody else will know that you watched the whole thing. And you'll be a super legend.
Yes.
In my book.
I mean,
For sure. So,
of course.
secret hashtag of the day is hashtag
Airwolf.
Airwolf. Amazing. I love it. Perfect. I can always count on you for the best hashtags of the day.
You're welcome.
Hashtag Airwolf. And we'll know that you watched this entire video and you are a legend. So thank you guys so much. Questions down below for next week. Stay tuned for some lives. I was going to do a live chat with Ike from Flipside last night. Yesterday was his birthday. Didn't quite happen. We were going to try to make it happen today, and I have not talked to him. So it may not happen today. Maybe we'll do it today,
Which
tomorrow.
y'all will see.
Y'all might see that before you see
tomorrow
this.
Or yesterday. Or,
Stay tuned. I'm going to do a live chat with Ike from Flipside pretty soon. And we'll see you then. Until then, keep the music alive.
don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for this young generation who doesn't know what a Guitar Hero is.
Oh my gosh.
Really.
Not the video game.
I was trying to talk to them. I said, there's this band. My students and her mom today. I was like, there's a band that came out that everybody's like, oh my God, they're so amazing, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, and it was split. People liked them, but then people hated them because like they sounded just like Led Zeppelin. These young dudes, it's like, they sound like Led Zeppelin. And I could not think of the name of them the whole time we were talking. It's like, I can't think of their name. Greta Van Fleet. It just now came to me. I was like, Greta Van Fleet. Everybody's like, you're all complaining that there's not any cool young rock bands. And then one comes out and all you do is bitch that they sound like Led Zeppelin. I was like, because they do.
Because they sound exactly.
Because they sound like a carbon copy, took it too far copy of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Not the same as like, I can tell
I
you were
like that
inspired.
German band that's out now. There's this guy, these guys, they're just like these weird looking nerdy.
Rammstein.
They're, I don't know what they, it's like Anna John, I don't know.
Onomatopoeia.
I always forget their name. But they did a cover of the song from that. Da, 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 da. They did a song. That kid's voice, like, he's like Caleb skinny.
Oh, really?
And they pan over to him because the guy's going da 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 and his like kind of raspy voice, and he pulls out this voice that's like old black man, like bluesy, rugged, like gravelly, perfectly, like the timbre of his voice was like, he's good.
You're gonna have to show this to me.
Oh my gosh.
I must see this, Angela Saucerus.
The way he builds out that, I don't know, it's just otherworldly. I think that they're going to be one
They
of
might
those.
be the next big thing.
They might be the next big thing. Yeah.
Now my interest is piqued.
Yeah, I can just, when you said Greta Van Fleet, that's what it reminds me.
Could have thought of them.
Yeah, I thought of them because it's like, you know, they're where Greta Van Fleet went to like emulate. They have this
like similar talent, but not so copycat.
Yeah, not so much. I mean, they're doing covers of songs from the 80s, but
Sure.
that song, or no, 90s really, or
But putting their own spin on it.
late 90s, early 2000s. But it's like, you would never, if you heard that song, them do that song, you would not even think what you remember that song to be.
Right.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll have to play it for you.
You will have to play it. Now I'm super curious.
Yeah.
I'm super curious. Interested.
Yeah.
I was telling the mom today, I was like, it's not that Greta Van Fleet. It's like, it's not that those kids can't play.
No,
kids.
they're
It's
talented.
like, it's not that those guys aren't great musicians or can't play or
Of course
can't
not.
sing or any of that.
Oh no, they're talented.
They are good at
Yeah.
what they do, but what they do is too much.
It's already done.
It's too much of what we've already experienced, right?
Yes.
Which is different. You can wear your influences on your sleeve. Like you hear your band and you go, oh, I know. Oh, I can kind of hear that they listened to Metallica, or they were influenced by Black Sabbath, or they were influenced by Zeppelin, or oh, I can hear a little bit of Queen. I can hear a little smidgy dash of Queen in that band. But it's not like you guys love Queen. You wrote a Queen song.
Yeah.
Oh, you're singing like Freddie. You have the same timbre and
Yes.
the same rhythm of your
And your
vocals.
singing and your songs are almost exactly, almost like you just changed the words.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Or you listened to the Black Album a lot by Metallica.
Right.
Oh, you rewrote Sad But True and called it a different song. Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah. Did that.
Depressed.
Depressed and yes.
Yes.
Depressed and yes.
But yeah. Depressed and yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Ramble on tangent. Let's go.
Yes.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you. See you next time. Bye. So excited.